Hi there, welcome back to my channel. I'm Cleostoides. I am a gut health and energy coach to hundreds of women, and I help them rebalance their gut microbiome. I have been in the gut health space for over 14 years, and my journey started with my own diagnosis with Crohn's disease, and I help women worldwide increase their quality of life while working on what they're dealing with in their health. So there's this misconception that a lot of people have that they cannot have a good quality of life unless they just solve all the health issues that are currently concerning them. But that is a misconception. You can have a great quality of life that is constantly increasing while working on solving all the other issues. So this is what I do in all my containers. And today I want to talk to you about the microbiome. And I don't necessarily just say the gut microbiome because we have so many more microbiomes that most people don't know. And I want to start with asking you some questions. How well do you know your body? Because your body is going to tell you what you are digesting. It's that most people are not listening. So how well do you know your body? Because most people haven't met their body yet. How often do you eat the same foods? How many foods have you excluded from your diet? When is your first and last meal of the day? How aware are you of your thoughts? Because the answer to all these questions is going to impact your microbiome. And of course, since I am primarily serving people with digestive issues, we talk very, very in detail about the gut microbiome. And I want to kick off this video that is going to be a little bit longer because the gut microbiome, and you're going to see how many more microbiome we have in our body, is so, so crucial to really grasp when you're having a digestive issue like Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, IBS, but also if you have diabetes, if you're tired all the time, if you have brain fog, if you wake up tired more often than not, the answer may be in your gut. And I'm going to share with you the story of the gut that I heard by another gut health expert that I absolutely love and I want to share with you. So, the story of the gut kicks off with the fact that we have this idea as humans that we are somehow special. And we believe that our DNA, our genes that we get from mom and dad is what makes us human. But if you look at from the microbiome perspective, the microbiome, the gut microbiome is this trillions and trillions of bacteria that you have in your gut. And everybody is unique, just like your fingerprint is unique to you, your gut microbiome is unique to you. This is why a supplement that can work for someone may be really detrimental to you because your gut health, your gut microbiome, and all the other microbiome that I'm going to share with you is unique to you. So, from the microbiome perspective, who are we as humans? So, about 3.5 billion years ago, these organisms that we call bacteria, viruses, fungi, well, they started to grow. And if you look at the human species, we give or take a couple of 100 years ago. This is how old we are, right? So the story of the gut that I heard by another gut health expert can be a cheeky story, but when you look at the science, it turns out to be true. So 3.5 billion years ago, all these microbes got together and they said, Master, Master, we want to take over the world. And they all looked at each other. And the young one stood up and said, Master, I have a solution. What's your solution, son? Well, what if we can create something and trillion of us can live inside these things? They're going to go everywhere in the world. They're going to poop everywhere. They're going to spread us around the world, and we can take over the world. And they created a host for them, and they called it humans. And everybody started to shout, humans, 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 and they were all really happy. Now, just a few years later, all these microbes came together and they started to wonder, oh my God, what have we done? It's just like AI, artificial intelligence. Today, there's many people that are afraid that artificial intelligence is going to outsmart humans and humans are going to disappear. So the microbes were afraid of the same thing. They said, Master, Master, we have a problem. What's the problem? Aren't you worried that humans are going to start to grow their brains? They're going to someday become smarter and they just will kill us? The master said, don't worry, son. We took care of it. Master, what did you do? Well, son, we created a direct connection from their gut to the brain. And human calls this the vagus nerve, thinking that what happens in vagus stays in vagus. Well, they're wrong, because what happens in the gut is going to go everywhere. Remember, there are 100 trillions of us that reside inside their gut. And what happens in their gut is going to control everything in the brain. But master, master, what if they don't feed us well? Don't worry, son. We took care of it. One of our brothers lives inside their cells, and we call them mitochondria. It has its own DNA, and we put it right inside their cell. He's the one that produces all the energy for them. So if they don't feed us right, we just phone our brother and we say, shut down the energy. And the next thing you know, these humans are all dead. And just to protect themselves, they're going to make sure they take care of us. So now you realize that your gut microbiome, it's like a puppet master. And we humans are simply the puppet. So these gut microbes are always pulling the string, but they let us believe that we are in control. So it's a cheeky story. From an evolution perspective, humans evolved to be the container for this microorganism. But the truth is that it's a symbiotic relationship. We have to take care of them, but they have to take care of us. Okay. So I'm going to create another video about specifically the gut microbiome because it is so important. But I want to mention right now all the other microbiomes that we have in our body that most people ignore. And the first one is the oral microbiome, what you have in your mouth. It's one of the biggest. It's the second actually biggest after the gut microbiome, the second biggest microbiome in your body. And it is extremely important because it is the gateway to your digestive tract. Now, everything in the microbiome, there's good bacteria that promote health and general well-being, and there's unhealthy bacteria that promote inflammation, symptoms, and general ill health. To balance any kind of microbiome in your body, you need to have more healthy bacteria than unhealthy bacteria. And you can do this through many, many ways, through food, of course, but also stress reduction and other ways that I offer all of these in all of my containers. So when your oral microbiome is unbalanced, you have some symptoms, like if you have bleedy gum, if you have some gum disease, bad breath. These are potential warning bells that your mouth microbiome is imbalanced, that you have more bad bacteria than healthy bacteria in your mouth microbiome. And this is going to impact your gut microbiome. This is why the oral microbiome is extremely important. And it's very interesting because most people are okay with having a bleedy gum, right? But you wouldn't be okay with having a bleedy eye or a bleedy heart. Something that you would run to the doctor right away. But most people are comfortable. They're okay. They don't think that a bleedy gum is a big deal, but it is a huge deal because it's going to impact your gut microbiome. Your mouth microbiome is the gateway to your digestive tract. So any tooth decay, gum disease is a cause for infection in the body. And what most people do when they have bad breath, they take some mouthwash. But mouthwash is an antibacterial, meaning that it kills all the bacteria in your mouth. And it doesn't only kill the bad bacteria, it also kills the good bacteria, which we want to multiply. So it's kind of like the antibacterial that we put in our skin, especially after COVID. But everything that is antibacterial, it means it kills the bacteria. But we think it only kills the bad bacteria, but it also kills the good bacteria. Actually, most people ignore that we have good bacteria and healthy bacteria. So you're actually making a disservice to your body by using these antibacterial products. The second microbiome after the gut microbiome is the vaginal microbiome. This is for women. And when it is unbalanced, so when you have more bad bacteria in your vaginal microbiome than healthy bacteria, it is linked to preterm birth and many of other women health issues. If you have, for example, frequent urinary tract infections, that is a warning sign that your vaginal microbiome may be imbalanced. Then the next microbiome is your skin microbiome. The skin is the largest organ in your body. And I want you to look at yourself in the mirror. What are you seeing? Are you seeing some redness in your skin? Do you see more acne than usual? Are you seeing some dry skin or itchy skin or inflamed skin? All those signs may mean that you have poor gut health, poor oral health, or poor skin health. And in some way, you need to take care of all three of them if you want to have a great younger looking skin, right? And just like your gut microbiome, your skin microbiome is unique to you. And there are thousands of skincare products. And just because a skincare product works for someone else, it doesn't mean that it will work for you. And you can imagine that there are so many toxins in this product that may actually destroy your microbiome. So you have to be really careful about what you put on your skin. And there's something that I give my clients as advice. If you look at the label of a skincare product, I tell them if you cannot recognize most of the ingredients because they have weird names, you probably don't want to put that on your skin, because what you put on your skin is going to be absorbed and cause inflammation in your body. And the same goes with the foods that you want to consume. If you look at the label and you don't recognize most of the ingredients, you probably don't want to put that into your body. And then there is the external microbiome. So we just saw about all the microbiome inside our body, but that's not just it. Everything outside of us also impacts us. From where you live to the people that you interact with is going to impact our microbiome. So whether you live in the city versus the farm, if you have pets or you don't, people you socialize with, people you are intimate with, the foods that you eat, the cleaning products that you use, the skincare products that you use, everything impacts our microbiome. So most people ignore all the microbiomes that we have and how everything is intertwined. One microbiome, if they're imbalanced, is going to very, very likely unbalance the rest. So this is not to scare people. This is a lot of what I do, and this is why I do it, because I've had to really look at my body in a holistic way if I wanted to heal from my symptoms of Crohn's disease for good. And it's not just rebalancing the gut microbiome. If your oral microbiome is unbalanced, your gut microbiome is not going to be totally balanced, whatever you do. So you have to look at your whole body holistically, right? And I have shared many videos, and I'm still going to share a lot of videos about all the 3 pillars that I believe are necessary to reduce your symptoms and increase your quality of life while working on solving everything else. So there is food, and understanding what safe foods are for you, not what you read on the internet or what somebody else in a Facebook group said work for them. It's understanding also when the safe foods become trigger foods for you. Then the second pillar is stress reduction. And I've said it in other videos that it's not about stress management. The health and wellness industry always tell us manage stress to be able to heal from your health issue. I've shared it before. My mentor, Bob Proctor, always used to tell us you can't manage time. We all have the same amount of time in a day. What you can do is manage activities. So stress management makes no sense. It's not so much about managing stress than it is about reducing stress. So having tools and strategies to design your own wellness to reduce your stress that meets you exactly where you are in your life. There are other tools. There are tools that are going to work for you when you're going into a meeting that stresses you out. And there are other tools that you want to implement when you are going on vacation, for example, or you're traveling and you're just stressed that you're going to have some symptoms. So it's another tool. For example, there's other tools. There's tools that I implement when I have a full day of calls back to back, and there's specific tools that I use when I'm traveling, especially on a plane, that I'm very scared of flying. So the one tool that really helps me before getting on the flight, the night before actually, to the airport and being on the flight when there's turbulence, it's tapping. So this is the same for you. Stress reduction, it's all about understanding how your body reacts, so connecting to your body and having tools in your toolkit based on, okay, right now I need this tool, or I'm in this circumstance, then I need this tool. And this starts with connecting with your body in a much deeper and authentic way. When we are focused on going on the internet, finding another diet, going on Facebook groups, and asking what worked for you, what supplement do you use, you are so disconnected from your body. You're out there, but you're not in here. Your body's your home. Your body's sending you signals all the time. And I've said it before, most people don't know how to listen because they're out there. The answer is in here. So this is what I do in all my containers, helping you reconnect to your body. Why am I doing this? Because I've been there. I've been out there finding answers, trying so many diets, trying so many supplements that gave me some relief. But the quality of life that I have today is because I found the answer. I took the time to listen to the signs that my body were sending me. And the third pillar is what I call the gut effect. And it's what's going on in here. Remember the story of the gut that says, hey, we're going to create a direct link between the gut and the brain. Everything in the gut connects, impacts the brain. And everything in the brain impacts the gut. This is the gut-brain axis, the gut-brain connection. And this is the gut effect, one of the most important pillar that really tells you, puts you into an awareness of what's going on in your mind, all the narrative. I used to have this narrative of I have an autoimmune, so no matter what I try, nothing will work. And got more symptoms, although I was trying these diets, these supplements, got more symptoms. So you need all three pillars to be able to heal from your symptoms for good. When you have an autoimmune, you can't heal from an autoimmune. You always have it, but you can definitely heal from your symptoms. So that was today's video, the microbiomes that you have in your body. There's going to be a separate video about specifically the gut microbiome, but it's so important. If you have to take away something from this video, is that you need to work on all these microbiomes to be able to have this optimal health. And of course, there's trial and errors, but I create all my containers so that the trial and errors are not like a roller coaster. They're much, much limited. Okay. So I hope you liked it, and I'll see you in the next video.